G'day viewers and welcome back, and today we'll be checking out the latest in hybrid technology from BMW, the 225XE hybrid. So come on, let's go check it out. Alright, so checking out the interior of this BMW 225XE hybrid. We have lovely leather materials, mostly everywhere. Seats of course here, mid-level dash. Some plastics up here, somewhat soft touch. You go down a bit, you get a bit of the scratchy plastics. Leather steering wheel, infotainment display. The larger 8-inch model on this one, it's not touchscreen. So if you're looking for a touchscreen version, then I think you're going to have to look beyond the 2016 models or later in that model year. iDrive control, one of the best in the market in this segment. Some of the newer models with their touchscreen control are far more intuitive and easier to control, just like you'd have with your phone. Now adjusting your driving position, you've got your reach and rake and all that sort of stuff, up and down. Yeah, I find sometimes the steering wheel, when you drive it to my driving position, it cuts off the speedometer, so it can be somewhat challenging to see. Additionally, we have this A-pillar here, which is quite thick, and from a safety standpoint, sure, it's going to protect you in, rollovers, collisions. Touch wood, you don't have one. Nice wood trim here to do that. So you're having to find yourself constantly moving backwards and forwards and leaning in and out to get around that blind spot there. So if visibility is your key, when you're looking for a vehicle, then I wouldn't recommend it for that fact alone. Generally, visibility all round besides that, out the back, is quite good. Can really see all around except in those positions. Okay, so getting comfortable on the back of this BMW 225XE. It can really relax and get into the nice leather seats, leather interior that we have in the back and all throughout the car. This one comes with a picnic table option, so great for those motorway journeys where you have with your children. Adults as well, of course. They can eat and draw and drink. And you want to take it next level. Boom. Center armrests, a couple of cup holders there. Makes it even more enjoyable. A few more beverages you can have along the way. Nice cold ones, of course. So as for actual seating position and knee room, this is my actual driving position. Okay, I'm 6'1", and knee room, I fit. Yeah, I could sit here for quite a long period of time on long journeys, and I have, and it works for me. Headroom as well. Yeah, it's okay. Though to the side, you might bang your head there going around the corner. However, if you're bigger than 6'1", then you're going to struggle to fit into the back of this car. As for the seating options, 3 people in the back, 3 adults, it's going to be a squeeze obviously for that second person. 3 kids, fine, we've had them in here. Though definitely, 4 adults in the car, you can transport them on long journeys quite easily, and we have. So all in all, a great place to relax in the back and chill out on those journeys that you'll have along those motorways. Okay, so driving the BMW 225XE, let's get going. Start her up. Quite quiet. Electric mode at first. Rear-wheel drive electric motor. About 100 horsepower there. 7.6 kilowatt hour battery. Just make sure no one's coming. Okay, so now we're in electric mode driving the rear wheels. And we'll use electric power up until 80 kilometers an hour, where then, just adjust that, the petrol motor will kick in at the front. So at the front we've got a 1.5 litre turbo 3-cylinder. It's producing about 120 horsepower approximately, something like that. 225, 226 horsepower altogether. She's quick. So yeah, comfortable cruising along. Good visibility besides that A-pillar. Now we can use another mode on the car called Maxi Drive, and that will use the battery only up until 120 kilometers an hour. Once you get above that, the petrol motor will kick in. It's quite good, but it really suck your range. So if you're driving at that speed, 120 to an electric, yeah, in the summertime you're not going to get that 28 kilometers of range. You're going to really see that probably come down to about 20 in my experience. So when you're doing up to about 80 k's, electric power is good, petrol's more efficient. After that, let's get the distance. So it does have a sport mode as well, and we'll check that out soon. Okay, so I've engaged sport mode now. So the front motor is engaged, as well as the electric, for harmonious power delivery. And we'll just punch that down. Whoa! There we go. Up to 100. She's really quick. But beyond that, she sort of starts to fade away. I mean, 0 to 60 is phenomenal. It's one of the quickest performing vehicles in a lot of classes, even in your high performance sports cars. So really, city traffic, you see a hole, you want to punch through it, boom, you're on the other side before you know it. So it really gets you out of a hole. Though if you're on long, cruising motorway journeys, it's not a car I'd really want to dart in and out of traffic with, because if you see a gap, it's not as efficient to say. Of course, there's other electric vehicles with far more better performance, but as your petrol, say you've got a nice 2 litre diesel, 3 litre, those 100 to 120 accelerating manoeuvres, you see a hole, you can take it. This, it's not that bad, but it's not awesome, put it that way. So final thoughts. Look, this car's not going to be to everyone's cup of tea. Your BMW lovers out there, we know what they're like, etc. And this is not targeted at them. These are targeted at your non-BMW bot driver. Your greenies, your Gretas out there. Want to do something for the environment. Still have that performance. Your families, you can take 4 adults quite comfortably on long motorway trips. So what are the features that stand out? Obviously it's the hybrid technology, that battery, that free fuel, as you can say. Real world range in the summer, with people in the car, air conditioning on, etc. Driving comfortably, not being silly. I've experienced 28 kilometers range. That's quite good. Winter time, worst case scenarios, and we get winters here, minus 10, minus 20. With heating on, you're looking 14 kilometers. That's worst case. Yeah, okay, you can push it up to 18, etc. Turn the heating off. Obviously that's pre-warming before you drive, though. If you can't, now here's the downside, if you can't charge at either end, and your journeys, say maybe between 15 to 20 kilometers, you're not going to get electric all the range all the way all year round. So consider that. Consider your charging infrastructure. If you've got somewhere you can charge either end, then this really makes sense. And your journeys, I'd say within maximum 30 kilometers, then the economics make sense. Beyond that, if you're living 50 k's out of town, no, I wouldn't consider it. You're not going to get the return you expect on that. Get a diesel instead. And of course there's the newer range of hybrid vehicles and electric vehicles that are coming out that have far greater range, real world range, WLTP range. know, the new BMWs of this model, this is a 2016 one, they have 50 kilometers real world range, so that's really, yeah, that's ticking a lot more boxes, making your, you know, your A to B radius getting to work much more cost effective. So anyway, that's you know, that's a thumbs up from me. Cheers.